141.
Wow. Hello, everybody, and welcome to 48-hour art check round 141. Absolutely insane. We are back, obviously. Sorry about that. Life just kind of went crazy, and we've both been super busy. So very excited to be back. And without further ado, Emily, what have you done since? Did you change the color?
No, I was gonna ask you if you changed the colors. I like it.
I do too, but it's not time. Wait, I'm taking a picture of this. This is the next one. Bam. Sorry. What the heck?
Oh no.
I'm colorblind.
Dusty Rose.
I'm
Oh, gosh.
I'm working on it. Just show your art.
Okay, so
is that correct?
I don't know if it. Oh, there's the circles. I'm gonna say yes because it's like magenta, which is as close as I'm gonna get to some pink. You know what I mean?
It was supposed to be purple.
It's magenta. It's purpley. It's purpley pink. It's all definitely right. Something Barbie would like.
All right, just go with it. Just go with it.
And I don't mind that. I like Barbie pink. Okay, anyways, I was pulling up my iPad like, oh, what could I show? I've been working on the episodes, obviously. But what about sketches? And I looked at sketches. I was like, this is all spoilers. This is all nope. This is all nope. So you can't see any of my sketches. I wouldn't even show any of them to Kayla. Like they're real
secret.
They're real secret. But I'm deciding that I will share some things. Okay. So the first thing I will share is that it's so tiny. It's my thumbnails. This is for episode 2. I cleaned up like the first half of episode 2. Not that you can really see it, I hope. Then I'm going to show you a panel, by the way.
Okay.
Like in the middle of working on it. I'm working on several panels at the same time, but this is one that I like. So there's that. No dialogue here because you're not allowed to know what's going on. So yeah, there's that. And then other thing, which is really exciting because I've been working on the first episode for way too long, is I finished laying out the rest of episode 1. So there's just like a page and a half left to do, which is like really exciting. So what?
I can't find this color. Sorry.
So yeah, I'm almost done with episode 1. Thank you. Some people get to see a little bit more if they are on a private Discord with me. And they can actually see my updates of stuff because that doesn't go anywhere. But yeah, I'm getting pretty far. I'm happy with it. I think last time we left off, I was like, it's all ugly and I hate it. I've since like gone back, fixed things. I also like learned, okay, I have to get my sketches as good as sketches can be and then do it because crappy sketches was just turning out crappy panels. So, yeah, so I also had to go back in that time and like sketch out and just do a lot with like just going over the same panels I had made in my sketches and then bringing those back in. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. What about you?
I have been doing some stuff. So I have been making some social media posts for the place that I work. I'm just doing it in Canva. But this one's pretty cool. I messed around with this one quite a bit.
Nice.
We were doing that. I'm currently working on some programs for this event tomorrow. And then I drew something. It's my favorite YouTuber of like all time. Not a lot of people know him, and that's well, actually, he's very, very big, but in the community of people that I hang out.
You are glitching, girl. I don't know who's glitching. Okay, who? You're back. Who was glitching, me or you? Oh. Oh no. Kayla. Well. Oh, is she coming back? I see her.
Hello.
Wow, what happened?
My Wi-Fi isn't great here, so we're on my
we had two
hotspot.
of you. We still have the old one.
Yeah, down there, but not up here, right? Am I good now? Am I clear?
Yeah, you're good. I can see two Kaylas down at the bottom of our little thing.
So long as I'm clear now. Sorry, guys. The Wi-Fi here is not tip-top, but it's all good. I may just have to go on campus for this. I might just have to talk to Corey and just say, hey, can I borrow your office? Anyways, it's a YouTuber. His name is Jacksepticeye. So I just drew him. I'm working on that. So there's that. Oh, I also made buttons.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So
the ones you made for me?
I made this button.
Oh, you made cooler buttons than the ones you made for me.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And then I made two buttons for Emily.
They're purposefully ugly ones.
They are extremely purposefully ugly. 100%. And I'm trying to think. That's all that my iPad is telling me I did. Oh, I tried to learn Illustrator on the iPad.
Yeah?
Okay, I think Frank knows who Jacksepticeye is, and that made me very happy. Just nobody that I hang out with knows who he is because nobody's like a gamer. And I tried to tell Emily about him. What?
He's a free guy. So he must be kind of popular.
Yeah, he's not like little, but just nobody knows who he is.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know who he was. I only know like Rooster Teeth related video game.
Yeah, exactly.
YouTubers. So
I hang out with people who don't watch his stuff. Anyways, learned Adobe Illustrator on the iPad. Not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the iPad. It's Adobe on the iPad, so how good is it going to be?
It's actually really good. I just don't like it.
Yeah. Like, part of it is they're supposed to make an app people like.
Well, everybody else likes it is what I'm saying. I just don't.
Okay. Well, that's good. I haven't used it, so I can't tell you if it's actually good or garbage or whatever.
Yeah. I'm happy with Affinity Photo. I'm okay with Adobe Illustrator. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't know. Yeah. How long has it been? I'm trying to think how far
I don't know.
3 weeks? 2 weeks?
I think it's been
months of my life.
I think it's only been 2 weeks, which is really weird. Like, let's see what the Discord says, because we have a Discord where we share stuff. The 25th.
Mine is saying 3 weeks ago.
So 3 weeks. That fits a little bit better to what I was thinking. Or
the 25th of October. So that doesn't include Halloween.
Yeah, that's 3 weeks exactly.
Okay. Then, yeah. Also, my hair is this color now. There you go. It's like it looks brown. It's not.
It's red.
Red, purple.
Also.
Free Guy is an amazing movie. Yeah, absolutely amazing. I love it.
I mean, it wasn't like absolutely.
No, amazing.
But it was great.
Amazing.
It was great.
Disagree with Emily.
I mean, like, it was fun to watch.
Nice, Frank. He was just talking about stuff he did in the chat and I didn't want to ignore it. Challenges. We've shared some.
Yeah, I think the major ones that I had, we shared. They pale in comparison, but we shared them. I was just busy with, life. Yeah, there were specific things that took chunks out of some of my days, and then specific things that just took an hour here, an hour there out of my days. And then on top of that, like, there was just work stuff. Like last week, I barely accomplished anything. Like, I didn't get to do anything until like Friday. So yeah, it's just been Kayla knows. Kayla knows.
I know better than most people. My life fell apart and I had to move. And so Emily had to help me move. I'm trying to be like as vague about all of this as I can, just because I'm not like public about what's going on yet. But basically within the span of the past 3 weeks.
I mean, a month, right?
Basically a month. No, I don't think it's been a full month yet.
Oh.
Everything just kind of like just started piling. And then like Emily had to come into the loop on what was going on, and then we had to move me out of my house, and then we had to find me a place to live, and just like it's just been really crazy. And so it's just taken up like a lot of time, and I know it's taken up a lot of Emily's time, it's taken up a lot of my time, it's taken up a lot of my friends' time. So just that kind of stuff. But the added thing for me is like classes.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken up like classes are yeah. Classes. And I'm also applying for this job which has taken up quite a fair bit of time because I've had to get some stuff for it.
Yeah.
I applied for a graphic design position somewhere. I semi applied like low key for a job with Emily. I've been applying for a job at a high school to be an assistant speech and debate coach. And all those things, like applying for jobs takes a lot more time than people say it does.
Mm-hmm.
And so like this one for the speech and debate coach, like I had to find my transcript, I had to find this, I had to do this, I had to all that stuff. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, my life falls apart a lot. This was just way worse. Emily looks sad. But yeah, no, like genuinely it's fine. I'm still smiling, but it just took away from art check. And when I wasn't doing art check, it was a lot harder to produce art.
Yeah. It was honestly, if it was gonna happen in the period that we weren't here, it wasn't gonna be a very viable art check. One, like the amount of art created would be lacking. Two, just the level of distress would not create an entertaining situation for other people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just the level of, oh, my life's great right now, like, and then stares blankly into space. Like, that just wouldn't have been very entertaining for you.
And I would have said that life was great right now the whole time.
And then just been like, the whole time. So,
I made the executive decision. I said, hey, I need to cancel today. And then on Wednesday I said, hey, I need to cancel. And then on like, I think that Thursday I sent Emily a message. I was like, can we just like not for a bit?
Yeah. There was just a certain point where I was like, it's not happening. I'm not going to ask because I know it's not happening.
Well, I didn't have a place to do it is the other issue.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons. There was a lot of reasons why
But
it
yeah,
just made sense for us not to do
this
it.
is not a woe is me thing. This is just like matter of fact. Like this is where art check went.
Yeah.
And like I'm back on my laptop again
Yeah.
in my bed again. So
Yeah. The
we
truth
come full
is,
circle.
we just were fighting a lot.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what it
there were
was.
major differences between the two of us. We just
Creative
couldn't
differences about
handle
everything.
creative, emotional, anything. We just couldn't get along for the past month, and so we were just like, you know what, I'm done with you. And then yesterday we were like, you know what, I miss you. I miss you a lot.
And to miss all of this, I made Emily a birthday cake that I forgot about.
Ah, please, yeah. Show the birthday cake.
While we were definitely disagreeing stuff.
Definitely what? You are slow. You were syrup. Real thick chili syrup that was just taking forever to flow. Anyways,
Can you hear me?
we were definitely what? Yeah.
Fighting.
Oh, yeah, we were in the middle of our fight when she made me this cake.
I don't have a picture of it.
Wow. Oh, you took a picture you sent me on my phone. Let's see if I can
I'm choosing to only show this one picture.
that one.
Anyways,
me being
it was an ombre cake, and I asked Emily if I was allowed to count my cake decorating for art check, and she said,
yeah.
So
Yeah. It was a pink themed birthday party. Everything was pink. Everybody wore pink. I still have some of the pink plates from it. It's great. I don't think we have the cake anymore. What?
I said it's all you wanted was pink.
Mm-hmm. Except for the green ice cream.
Yes.
Which I finished yesterday.
But yeah, all jokes aside, it's been a crazy time, and I'm the one who canceled. And Emily very graciously agreed.
Yeah. I soft canceled by just being like, you know, I was like, it's not happening. That's fine.
Like I brought it up to her, I think on Friday. I was like, hey, can we go back to doing art check? And then today she did not message me until I messaged her.
I know. I was like, you know what? Like, I was like, just in case. I told Tim, I was like, we might have art check tonight. And Kayla asked if I wanted to. And that's all I said. Because I was like, there's a very fair possibility. And I'm just gonna, that this won't happen. And I will just be here to say, that's fine. You know what I mean? Either one. I'm just here to be like, yeah, that's fine. You know?
But yeah, I sent her, I was like, art check. And then
you sent me a second art check. You've texted me 3 times to be like, art check? So you messaged me last week was like, do you want to have art check, right? And then today you were like, art check? And I was like, yeah. But then I immediately texted you about other things. So I think it was unclear of what I said yeah to. You know what I mean? And then
no, I said art check, and then you said ye.
Ye. I said ye, not even a full yeah.
Oh yeah, you totally did.
I like also replied to other things at the same time, and I was like, oh, maybe that was unclear. But then at 6:30, art check. I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, yeah, I'm here. I can do this. I'm here. Like, don't worry. I'm showing up, man. So yeah.
But yeah, we might just have to deal with some laggy Wi-Fi for a while, guys. Sorry about that.
Next, what, 2 months or something? Who knows? Who actually knows?
A month?
We know minimum a month, but
nobody really knows.
It's okay.
Anyways, next art check.
Oh, I always get surprised that there's a next art check part, and I have to say what I'm going to do.
Wednesday.
Yeah, so tomorrow's Tuesday, which means that I am going to have a lot of time to do stuff. So I currently, I don't have it pulled up because I don't want to accidentally reveal the title that I'm working on, but I am trying to find a font for the main title of the story, you know, like the title card. So when it scrolls down to the bottom, or yeah, I'll put it at the bottom. Anyways, or maybe the top. I don't know. But just the title. So it's all designed all fancy. I have to do that still. So I'm probably gonna start looking at doing like a black and white version of that, and not committing to anything yet, but getting it. You know what I mean? Figuring it out. I want to have like, I don't know, more than a few. I want to have several episodes done before I actually lock in what the title is. But it'd be nice to have a placeholder. So, yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to work on some panels, I'm sure. And I need to start getting through some panels in episode 2 that I did the layout for, but I realized the space inside of the utility van doesn't allow the scene setup to be the way I thought it was going to be. And so, because I have a 3D model, so I can actually see inside of it. So I need to like move all of the characters, even though it's actually been done. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. What about you?
Did I freeze again?
I don't know when.
I'm not sad, guys. I'm drawing.
Oh, okay. You froze at some point, but I got distracted and kept talking. So
yeah, sorry guys. I was trying to figure something out with this brush I'm using in Procreate.
Ooh.
I'm gonna finish up this drawing stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. Well, okay, so I am gonna finish up this drawing, and I would like to make some more. I really like this style that I'm doing, which has been my like biggest issue with ever learning how to draw. Is like, oh, I don't like any of these styles, but I really like this one.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna stick to it. Yeah, like I finally found a brush I like, and I finally found like a line art style and all that stuff. So I think I'm gonna work on that maybe a little bit more.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I have to make an infographic, and I have to do some more work stuff.
Infographics are fun.
The infographic is on Canva, so it will be nice and easy.
Oh. I did an infographic at work several months ago at this point, probably. But it was great.
Nice. Sorry. I
hard.
I just got so distracted.
That's okay.
My money just came in and I got excited.
Monies.
Yeah. So,
also, have I been sinking? Because I felt like
kind
I was
of.
supposed to be up here.
I'm literally sitting in a bed, so I can't judge. But yeah, sorry, Frank. I was just drawing something, which is funny because I shouldn't be, because I literally got onto Emily's case about something before the show. Very
She was
joking.
like, "You're not going to be distracted the whole time while you're doing something else, are you?" And I was like, "No, I'll be good this time." Because I would love to just do stuff while we're doing art check, but I'm like, I can't talk. So, anyways.
But yeah, I would like to probably draw some more stuff, work on some more stuff in like this style that I'm really liking. Yeah. I think that's about it. I have this big event tomorrow.
You have what?
A big event.
Oh.
So I think that's gonna take up a lot of time. Making the programs for that and all that stuff is just gonna take up a lot of time. So I think that's gonna be my struggle between now and Wednesday, is just finding time to do art at all.
Yeah.
But anyways, This is why we came back, which is not at all it.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
Hello.
Hello.
We
I was
don't
like,
have a topic.
yeah, we didn't come up. I figure we can chat.
Yeah. I literally see you like every other day now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. I like it.
Me too. Yeah. Life went crazy. But we actually saw the new Marvel movie.
Yeah, we saw Eternals. Can we talk about Eternals? Did you? Because we didn't. Okay, we then watched Spider-Man afterwards.
Yeah,
So
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
So we didn't get to talk about Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
We won't talk about spoilers or anything like that. Like,
yeah,
that won't be discussed here. But did you like it?
I loved it for a very different reason than I love all other Marvel movies.
Okay, explain.
It was very different. Like, okay, so I really like Marvel movies because they're like action packed and they deal with like a lot of just like here's right and here's wrong and you know all that, which like this did have kind of that struggle of like morality.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't this like action packed thriller for like 2.5 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, there was like a scene in there where I know the three of us jumped. I don't remember what it was that happened, but there was something that just like popped out of nowhere. And I remember you, me, like the three of us.
I don't remember what it was.
But you know what I'm talking about.
I remember now that we were all like, huh!
It was just such a good movie. Marvel actually had a gay superhero and a deaf superhero. And I think that the actors were amazing. I think that the only reason that this is rated low on Rotten Tomatoes is that people are going in expecting another Avengers, and that isn't this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, I sat there and I didn't try and guess the plot of the movie. And I was like really pleasantly surprised, but also upset.
Oh,
because I didn't like. Well, no, I just didn't like what was happening.
Right, like it did things that frustrated you.
I grew fond of a character, and
it's really funny because the character you regard in regards the scene that made you sad. Tim and I looked at each other like, "That's stupid." We were like, "What a stupid way."
I know, yeah.
We were like, "That's lame." We weren't like so angry as like, that's how we were.
But yeah, I think it was great. I think watching that just made me far more excited to go see Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man's
gonna be freaking awesome.
Spider-Man's gonna be amazing. We've been watching all of the Spider-Man to lead up to it. So we've
only watched 1 and 2 of the Tobey Maguire. We've got a long way to go.
2 of the Tobey Maguires.
We've got Venom to go. The Tobey Maguire Venom one to go.
Yeah, and then we have the 2 Andrew Garfields and then 2 Tom Hollands.
Yeah.
So we've got 5 left.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Eternals. Mm-hmm. So it was good and I liked it, but I have a lot of critiques about it.
Okay.
This
is so funny because you're like, it's always the same thing, and then we watched a movie that wasn't the same thing.
I know, and it's not in regard to that at all, because in terms of like that, like the concept of the story, I like it way more like than other ones.
Be very careful with what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah, I will not spoil anything.
We will talk about Shang-Chi though, because that movie was amazing.
That was great. Okay, I will draw a parallel between the two of them. And Dune, which you haven't seen yet.
Nah, and I'm probably not going to. I'm going to be honest.
Okay, Dune was great. Dune was so good. I want to go back to the movie theater to watch it again. Okay.
I think I know what I'm doing this week.
And it's a 2.5 hour movie. and I want to go back to the theater to watch. Like, I want to give up another 2.5 hours of my time. Anyways, Dune, the entire movie's exposition. It's crazy. It's very like, I sat down, the movie started, and I was like, oh, okay, pay attention. Because it was all exposition and it wasn't going to like spoon feed you all the exposition. Does that make sense? There's a lot of like, you need to pay attention to understand what's going on if you want to understand what's going on in this movie. And so there was that, and I immediately compared it to Shang-Chi, which was like all exposition for a really long time, but it was all like dialogue exposition, where it's like the second that he and his best friend are talking, they're like, oh, I've known you for X years. You'd think that I do blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, they're establishing a relationship here that like, yeah, they trust each other and they don't just like barely know each other. They know each other really well. Like, there's all these things that are like, they're just doing it in the lines of dialogue. And they're just trying to like info dump, right? That's the one problem with Shang-Chi, is that it was an info dump for a really long time. The clear opposite of that was Dune, where it was like, we're going to take an entire movie to tell you about the story and about the place and about the characters, and we're going to do it throughout the story of like all of these events that also makes the movie entertaining. Like, it's all exposition, but it's not just like, hello, my name is Paul, I am the main character of the story, blah 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 blah, right? But Eternals was like a lot of exposition, but only tiny pieces of it, because there's a ton of main characters basically. And so like the problem with it was that like there were just certain points where I'm supposed to care more about this character, but I've had 2 scenes with them, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that was my problem with it. Like, it would have been a great TV show if it was like, let's spend a ton of time on individual characters and then let stuff happen. You know what I mean? Like, give it to you piece by piece so that you have time to mull it over, time to care about everybody. Because there's parts of it where it's like, yeah, this character and this character, I don't like this dude, but I do like the relationship between this person and this person. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I do want to see more of that, but I got a scene of it. You know what I mean? And so there was a lot of like, oh, I like the relationship between this character over here and this character over here. I think that's interesting. I didn't get much of it though. And by the time that like stuff hits the fan, it was like, I only care about you a little bit, but I am, you know, sad or happy for you in general. So I would have liked if it was in pieces so we could appreciate everybody a little bit more. I think it would have been a better TV show, but this was something that they were not going to run the risk of not everybody having Disney Plus, so not everybody's going to see it. Like, Loki is something where they're like, that's okay. The people who are fans of Loki are going to see Loki. It's not a core part of the plot line of like the MCU. It's really cool though. So if you don't have Disney Plus, it's fine. If you don't have Disney Plus, but you really love Loki, you'll probably get it. And, you know, whatever, you don't have to watch this. I think Eternals would have benefited being a TV show, but they wanted everybody to see it, so it became a movie. That's what I think. Also, all the high-paying actors.
I mean, when you think about the fact that Falcon and the Winter Soldier could literally just be lifted out.
I never even saw it.
It's good. I like it.
Captain America stuff is like the bottom of like interesting to me.
No, agree. I dislike Captain America, but I really like the character development of Bucky. That's kind of what kept me interested.
Yeah.
And it deals with a lot of like what it's like to be the Black Captain America. And kind of like that. Anyways, that could just be lifted out. WandaVision could not.
Mm-hmm. I still need to watch the end of that.
I know, which is why I can't say anything. You're driving me nuts by not watching it, by the way.
This is Tim's
Absolutely
fault.
insane.
He watched the end without me.
I will watch the end with you.
Okay.
WandaVision can't really be lifted out.
Yeah.
But Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki definitely can. But I do agree with what you're saying about kind of the exposition and all of that stuff. I think it could have been a cool TV show. I'm glad it was a movie. I don't like the million jumps in time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what bugged me.
In the movie, yeah, because for a second I was like, do they time travel? I was like, no, they don't time travel. No. But yeah, I mean, it's confusing because usually through this type of thing they would show like that was something that was very confusing for the first bit in The Witcher. In The Witcher there's a midpoint and there's timelines working this way from it. Yeah. So the farther you go, there's two timelines happening, two, like the normal timeline and then the flashback timeline. And it doesn't really tell you which one you're watching. There's
Yeah,
only
that's definitely
key
this.
indicators. Yeah. And also like his outfits, what friends he has with him, where he is, that tells you. But like the first time I'm like, why is he here again? Like I thought that this happened, and this happened, and I'm like, oh, it's a flashback. Finally caught on to that. So yeah, it's told in a very non-linear way. It's a very interesting, you know what I mean? And when you watch it the second time, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Like it gets cooler. But yeah, it's a very interesting because it's got a midpoint, and then that present time is after the midpoint. But it'll yeah, the flashbacks are working where usually flashbacks work in a linear way where they start at the farthest point away from present time and then move back up to present time. It was the opposite of that. So that was cool, but confusing. So
Also, sorry guys if it looks like I'm messing with my phone. I'm trying to get my hotspot in the best situation because it keeps on glitching.
if you move your phone closer to the computer, does that work?
It did.
What?
I am not even kidding. It because I sat back and then it started to like go down, and so I grabbed it and brought it.
What? That's
I don't
crazy.
know. It's actually insane, and I really don't believe it, and I think it's a coincidence, but it worked.
Also, can we just mention I've totally forgotten to say the most important thing that happened to me today.
Oh.
She's here.
Go ahead.
Little signed copy. She's beautiful. That's all.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You can continue.
She's beautiful, okay? I've gotten this far. Halfway.
That came today.
Yeah, it's a comic though. Like that's how much content is. It's super fast to read through this. I've also read this like this particular patch of episodes like 4 times at least. Also, there's a panel in here that I was like, what are you? I've never seen you before. I went back and looked at, I've been comparing. I've been going back to the webtoon and being like, what changed? Stuff has changed. Stuff has changed. Some of the episodes when they start and end has changed. So like some, like what started in the next episode actually is like brought into the end of the previous episode before it. Some of the transitions are different. Some of the panels are different. I found a butt on the first page. I was like, there's a butt? No way. There wasn't a butt on the webtoon. Found a butt. and then there's one of Aphrodite that's very beautiful. And I was like, I've never seen you before.
While you're looking for this. Oh, no, never mind.
Look at that. Never seen that panel before. Anyways.
I will say one good thing that Eternals has going to it that we actually did discuss in theater, was like the adherence to Greek mythology.
Yeah, I mean, okay, not all of it was Greek. Not all of the names were Greek.
Yes,
but most
the
of them
ones
were.
that were.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it was Roman and Greek, right?
Well, I don't know where Gilgamesh is from. Gilgamesh.
It's the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Mesopotamia. Yeah.
Yeah. So the interesting thing is that essentially the Greek gods and the Roman gods and these like epic people are actually named after the Eternals.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
But they do it in like a very subtle way.
Yeah.
But like Icarus does what Icarus does. Like Cersei does. And so like
it's funny because there's a part where a character's like, "Are you some sort of wizard?" And I was like, "Well, her name is Cersei, so actually a witch, but you know." Or enchantress, I don't know. But yeah, she's from the Odyssey, I think.
Anyways. Yeah. So like this isn't like spoilers, but like they do their whole like
what you'd expect. Yeah.
Because they're Greek, they are the Greek god. They are the like that's them.
Yeah. But not all of them are. Some like there's Sprite and there's who is the fast one?
I can't say her name.
Oh, I just don't remember what it was.
I see it. Makari?
I don't know. Fast person.
Can you hear me?
Eternals. I heard Makari. Okay. Yes. I was like, I needed to see the spelling.
I was like, can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just also wanted to see.
Not believing me.
I'm a person who needs to see things and hear things to be like, yes, I understand now.
Her name is Makari.
I don't know what that's from.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Also, Druid. I'm like, Druid? I don't know who. If there's somewhere I'm like.
Makari is based on Mercury from Roman mythology.
Oh.
That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
Wow. Who's Druid? Is that the one name that doesn't make sense?
One second.
I'm very curious.
I'm on Reddit.
So you have to sift through a lot, I see.
Yeah. Who is Druid? Most of the games are about
and then you cut
heroes.
You cut out for the first portion of what you said.
Most of the names are Greco-Roman or Babylonian.
Mm-hmm. Who is Druid based on? Eternals.
It doesn't seem like he's quite based on anybody's, but the closest is Dolos.
Huh. The one thing I could think of was like, oh, you mean like druids, like D&D druids, but he's not at all like a druid. He's not like a nature person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so Ajax is Ajax. Gilgamesh is Gilgamesh. Druid, he's based off of the Druids.
He is?
Because the Druids were similar to shamans, believing in the extreme power of the natural world and its bounties.
But That doesn't exactly make
His
sense.
main concern seems to be for human life rather than the balance of nature, so he doesn't just his name lines up, but that's it.
So it's more of like the name matches the motive.
Yeah, so he isn't quite based, and then Makari is Mercury, and then obviously Fastos his Hephaestus.
Yeah.
Sprite is based off of the Spriggans.
Spriggans English?
They are a race of tree spirits in Celtic lore.
So like a sprite, like a fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes sense. Again, in the way that druids make sense. Their motives, it matches the name, not necessarily the power.
She's more of a trickster than a guardian. And then Kingo is based off of Kingu, the Babylonian god and son of Tiamat. Icarus and Icarus, obviously, and Circe and Circe.
Yeah. Interesting. It's also a very pretty movie. Hello.
It is a very pretty movie. I do think that Shang-Chi was prettier in some parts.
I don't know. I liked the etherealness of Eternals.
I like the dragon.
The dragon was cool. It was a cooler looking movie. Eternals was like a prettier looking movie, if you ask me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anyways, Eternals was really good. Maddie saw it with us.
Yeah. Good.
But yeah,
I wouldn't say anything, but that after credit scene.
All right. We have not said spoilers up until now.
What?
Thank you for watching. We're at 46 minutes. If you are watching past 46 minutes, this is not our fault for you to get spoilers. This is the biggest disclaimer, the biggest no spoilers. There will be spoilers after this point, and if you watch it, it is not on us, and I better not get any angry comments about spoilers because I've been going on about this for about a minute.
Okay.
Harry Styles. It's Emily's favorite part of this whole movie.
That was the best part. Yeah. I didn't in the theater, didn't I like say, like, I know I gasped. I was like literally like in the theater. But then
funny.
at the end or something, I was like, Harry Styles. Like I said that in the theater, right? Like I remember like saying it louder than you're supposed to in a theater. Yeah. His name is Eros, which is crazy because it continues to line. I don't want to know, so I'm just putting this out there, not for you to answer if you know the answer. But like, I'm curious if he's a bad guy or a good guy because he's comes in being told he's the brother of Thanos, okay? And then we start getting into more mythology. Thanatos is the god of death, like the Grim Reaper, basically in Greek mythology. He's the one that comes to collect your soul if you've died. And so Thanos makes sense with that. So I'm like, oh, what is Eros's spot in all of this? Because Eros is the god of love / like, you know,
he's a womanizer.
Yeah, well, okay, so Eros is Cupid. Cupid is the Roman version. Eros is Cupid, but a man, not a baby, not a weird baby. So the whole point is,
I don't think the similarity is going to be as much with him as it is for some of these other characters.
I don't know. Why would you name him Eros? Unless it's like a trip up, like he's actually a bad guy. He's meant to look like some hot shot that's really nice or something.
From my understanding of who he is in the MCU,
I don't want to know too much.
I know. It's actually a big debate on whether or not he's evil or good.
Yeah, I do know that it's up in the air. And so I'm like, what does this mean? So also, why is he not purple?
If he's Star Fox, then he's bad, and if he's Eros, then he's good.
Star Fox, from the video games?
I don't know. You said you didn't want to know, so I stopped looking.
The dude who's a fox?
No.
Isn't that what Star Fox is?
No, that's oh god. I know exactly what you're talking about. His name is not Star Fox.
No, but isn't the game called Star Fox?
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
Like the dude from Smash. I never played his game.
I know. Is it called Star Fox?
I feel like it is.
Okay, Wikipedia is telling me it's Star Fox.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Star Fox, right? Star Fox. Yeah. Star Fox. Spaceship shooter and a third-person action-adventure video game series created by Nintendo. The main character's name is Fox McCloud. So there you go.
I'm reading stuff.
I came back in time to see.
My facial expressions don't lie, guys. So this is saying that Thanos was born with the deviant syndrome.
And that's why he's purple?
Yeah.
That's why he's got the chin?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Eros loves life. Okay, I know information now.
I don't want to know. I want to be surprised when this comes out a year from now or whatever.
I was incorrect about what I earlier said.
Okay. That's all.
Talk about it.
Too bad. I want to be genuinely surprised when Harry Styles stabs the good guy, or when you think he dies and mysteriously comes back and saves the day. One of those two things. I want to be surprised when it happens.
Maddie,
I'm just really excited that Harry Styles is like gonna be in it. Also, like Eros of all names, I don't know anything about this dude, but you picked a dude who was in a boy band for years to be this dude named Eros. Like that's
I'm literally texting this to Maddie. I genuinely think he is pretty good for the role, looking at like the comics.
I'm so excited. I was genuinely nothing surprised me more, and nothing, in a while will surprise me more than just seeing Harry Styles walk onto a Marvel thing.
I will say I am mad because that got spoiled for me before the movie even came out.
Real bad because that was the biggest of all the things that could have happened, I never would have expected some gnome to be talking, and then for Harry Styles to just show up.
Yeah, and I will say,
never would have expected that.
Yeah, Harry Styles was the way he arrived was still a surprise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like, I didn't know anything besides the fact that he was the brother of Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
But I was not expecting him to be a good guy, as he comes across right now. And I know whether or not he stays a good guy or he becomes a bad guy, but I am not allowed to say.
No, you're not. I want to be surprised.
But I was very incorrect. I was so very, very incorrect.
Dang.
About everything I said. Because I was on the wrong page. I went to Marvel.com and actually looked him up.
Oh, you slowed down for a little bit, but I think everything came through. I think.
I'm still texting Maddie.
What?
Literally, can you hear me?
Yeah, but you have like 5 pixels making up your face right now. You're here. You're here.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
can see you.
Okay. I was just saying I need somebody to talk about this with, and you won't let me.
No.
All I did was go to Marvel.com.
All I did for Marvel.com, baby. I'm excited. It's gonna be good. And Spider-Man's gonna be amazing. Better be amazing. I'm gonna be real sad if it's lame. I'm telling you, Dune is good. It was good. Do you have HBO Max? Because then
Maddie does.
you could split the cost of watching it amongst everybody, and then you're not even paying for a full movie ticket. And then if you don't like it, it's way less than if you went to the movies and didn't like it. And you could put on subtitles, which I would recommend. The face you're frozen on. You're just like
You missed a really big yawn, is all that you missed.
I think your face was like starting to flatten before the you know what I mean? That's where I caught you. Like your face was like right before you go, ah. Am I making you yawn by talking about yawning?
Yeah, I'm tired, Emily.
Will I make you yawn again if I
Can you
go,
not tell?
ah?
Hate you.
I used to do that to people in high school all the time. I used to start to fake yawn and talk about yawning and then they yawn. That was so good.
The end.
The end. But yeah, I used to do that all the time.
Stop.
I used to see how far I could go to get people to keep yawning without me actually doing it. I'm actually not that bad. I will wait patiently. I won't do it. Yeah, Bruno. Aw, can you hear him? Yeah,
Yes.
Bruno. Yeah. That's my
I think he wants your
boy.
attention.
He like just stirred. He was taking a nap and he like stretched. He always like goes like he always makes a cat sound when he stretches. He's always like meh, or something like that. So yeah. Anyways.
I think we're gonna call it quits because I think I've pushed my internet to the limit.
Yeah, you're like your face is there, but it's real soft. You know what I mean? It's soft and squarish.
Just do the
You
outro.
want me to do the outro? What? Okay. If you want to find Kayla, see what she's up to, look at her work. Also, just know when we're doing art check, follow the Comeback Kid on Instagram. If you want to follow me, also know when we're posting, when we're going live, whatever. See what I'm up to. Also, if you want to read my comic, I'm gonna be sharing, on my not personal, but on my socials about that way more than like even here. So follow Guminelli on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also Guminelli.com. Ta-da! Go follow me. Oh, if you want to read comics, watch a show about reading comics, listen to people talk about comics, go to irisagency.com. It is not about your taxes. It is indie review show. So it's indie comics specifically. And yeah, go watch it. The website leads to the YouTube. And then Is that everything? We've had a jolly good time with you guys. Kayla is freezing. Yeah, hit a like button, a dislike button, a subscribe. We don't care what button, but just hit them.
The bell.
And we'll see you next time. Hit the bell. Do that too. Anyways, bye, y'all.